And I really gotta flex to get this plastic off here. I think that's why they call it flex tape. Okay. All right, now we've got paper on here. And I'm getting the impression that this is not like your typical roll of, let's say, duct tape or something like that. Okay, and it almost breaks my heart to have to rip the As Seen on TV logo off of there. Isn't that a shame? I got it stuck to my fingers. There's flex tape stickiness already on here. Hopefully I can get it off. Okay, so I'm gonna sacrifice one of my Maltesers buckets. Okay, these are really nice plastic buckets that a big old bunch of malted milk balls come in. And I'm gonna sacrifice this tonight just to test out the flex tape. So just like in the commercials, we're gonna put it to a water test. I'm gonna drill a hole in this little bucket. We're gonna see water coming out of this thing. Then I'm gonna slap some flex tape on there. We're gonna see if it holds back that water. Even though I'm getting a little crazy tonight, I did make sure that I left the instructions intact on this flex tape because I have seen the commercials for this and it does not seem to work exactly like regular old duct tape. I think, from my understanding, there's something that you have to peel off here before you stick it on because it's super, super sticky. Obviously, you see here, there's not as much on this roll as there normally is on, like, let's say duct tape or something. And this stuff is kind of expensive. I paid $10.99 for this roll. So this flex tape is a little bit pricey for what it is, but if it works, it may be worth it. So like if you had a hole in your swimming pool or something and you were able to fix it with just a slap of flex tape, that would be pretty awesome. I did have a hole in my swimming pool last year, but I already fixed that with something else, so we're gonna do the old bucket test tonight. It says directions, just cut, peel, stick, and seal. And then it's got some more, like more detailed directions below that. I'm gonna try to follow the general directions at the top and just do the old cut, peel, stick, and seal. Let's see what happens. So I'm peeling this back and I can feel it's very sticky. So I also see a little plastic layer here. You can see a little plastic lip here. And I'm understanding that you're supposed to peel off this plastic layer too. Yeah, that plastic layer is what kind of protects this until you use it, I think. So I'm just gonna peel off a small piece, so just enough to cover a hole in this bucket. So I'm just gonna, cut off the very end here real quick. Okay, got the cutting part done. Now that we did the cut, then we've got to do the peel, and then we've got to do the stick and the seal. All right, so next thing I got to do is drill a hole in this bucket. Let's have a moment of silence for the bucket, please. It did bring me a lot of joy when it's full of malted milk balls. Okay, let's drill a hole in it. Eureka! All right. Mess with the best die like the rest. Okay, I'm gonna put the drill up now. Quit pretending to be an adult. So right there's the hole. Now we're gonna fill this bucket up with water, and then as the water's flowing out of the hole, I'm gonna take a piece of the flex tape, slap it on there just like they do in the commercial, and see if it holds back that water. And now I'm preparing the flex tape. So there's a piece of flex tape that is ready to stick. So cut, peel, stick, and seal. All right, we're gaining some momentum here. And you can see the water coming out, and I'm gonna slap it on there. Okay, I've slapped the tape on there. And so far it has stopped the water. Okay, so far with this bucket of water, it's sealed it up pretty good. I'm not getting any leakage down here whatsoever, and I'm not getting any leakage around the edges here. So right now I'm gonna wipe this thing down dry and see if any of that water is trying to sneak out around the edges of this tape. So far it's as dry as a bone. The hole's right here, so it's sealed that up completely from what I can tell. No water whatsoever escaping from this bucket. So there's no dampness around the edges right now, and no water coming out of the bottom, no dampness down there at all whatsoever. And you saw I had a pretty good sized hole right here. This As Seen on TV flex tape seems to do the trick. So we're going to go try to lift something heavy with the flex tape like they do in the commercials, and then we'll let this sit the whole time, and then we'll test this again to see if it's dry. So I'm cutting off a pretty good size piece of flex tape here, about 1 foot long, and this is what I'm going to use to test out to see if it'll lift something heavy. And the scissors do get a little sticky on this thing, so you got to be careful. So here we got a piece that's almost 1 foot long, and we're going to try to lift up this 32 pack of water with it. I kind of have a feeling it's not going to lift it, but you know, might as well put it to an extreme test. Here we go. It actually holds. I've got this completely off the counter using nothing but the flex tape. The flex tape is actually holding up to the weight of 32 20-ounce bottles of water. I did not think it would do this. Watch. I've got that completely off the counter and hovering. Wow. The plastic on the water bottles actually gave way before the flex tape did. The flex tape never gave way, it was still holding. So we were limited to the strength of the plastic of the that was packaged in these water bottles. This flex tape is amazing. Kind of hard to get it off your hands. I mean, my hands aren't sticky now that I've got them off, but when they're sticking to your hands, you know, you have to kind of rip it off. So this stuff really holds. So now I'm going to check the bucket again to see if it's still dry. You know, if that bucket's still dry, I'm going to say this stuff is amazing. Wow. Okay, so here's the bucket. It's been sitting here the whole time. You can see it's still full of water. And you see right there is the hole where the flex tape's at. Water's still covering that hole. And you can see here, this thing is still bone dry around the edges. You know, I think that's amazing. This is pretty cool. I can't think of any other tape you could buy that you could slap on here and it would seal it up that well. You could probably stick some duct tape on there and it might hold for a little bit, but this stuff seems to really be on there. You know, in the commercials you see people putting this like on plumbing. You might be able to trust this with plumbing. I know a lot of people make jokes about them cutting a boat in half and sealing it up with this stuff and then driving it across the lake. I think I would trust it to do that. This stuff is pretty tough. So in my opinion, the old flex tape is pretty awesome. So this is an As Seen on TV item that's a complete winner. So flex tape is A-OK. Hey folks, I want to thank you so much for tuning in today and watching my As Seen on TV flex tape review video. If you did enjoy this video, please remember to hit the subscribe button so that you can come back and see more of my review videos. And please, you know, if you did like it, hit the like button. And if you have any questions about the item or if you'd just like to make any comments, please make a comment. That helps us out quite a bit. And if there's anything that you would like to see reviewed in the future, as seen on TV or not, put that down in the comments too, and I'll try to get around to reviewing it. Thank you so much for watching, and God bless. And this is just a little later on tonight, and this bucket is still bone dry around this flex tape. Just thought you'd like to know. Flex tape. Flex tape. And folks, one last thing before you go. If you've enjoyed the video today, please remember to hit the subscribe button before you leave. Also hit the bell. The bell will alert you anytime I release a new video. I want to thank you so much for stopping by today, and God bless you.